Welcome back, it's Runa. Thank you for coming again today. I'm truly delighted. I'll do my best to deliver a heartwarming moment, so please relax and enjoy yourself. Day 91, the Phantom Train. Invisible departure. Yukiko Ishikawa, who had recently moved away from the hustle and bustle of the city to a quiet countryside town, was full of anticipation for her new life. One night, she hears the sound of an old steam train, which shouldn't be running near her house. Out of curiosity, Yukiko follows the source of the sound and eventually arrives at a small abandoned station. Surprisingly, despite the station being unused, an old timetable hangs on the wall, indicating the departure of a night train at 1212 a.m. Commencing investigation, Yukiko begins her investigation at the local library to unravel the mystery of the night train. As she delves into old newspaper articles and the history of the area, she discovers an unsolved disappearance case from 50 years ago that occurred in the same area where she found the timetable at the abandoned station. Yukiko becomes convinced that the disappearance and the night train are somehow related and decides to delve deeper into the investigation. Yukiko's pursuit may shed light on past events. Secrets of the night journey. As Yukiko's investigation deepens, she discovers a crucial clue at a local antiquarian bookstore, a passenger list from the night train 50 years ago. The list contains the names of people who are believed to have disappeared that day, confirming their presence on the train. Yukiko senses that the significance of this list goes beyond mere coincidence and is somehow connected to a larger event. Further into her investigation, Yukiko finds a diary left behind by the conductor at the time. The diary contains enigmatic descriptions of the night train, offering a journey beyond time and place. This information not only provides Yukiko with a new mystery, but also strengthens the connection between the disappearance case and the night train. Confession from the train window. Returning to the abandoned station, Yukiko waits at the spot at 1212 a.m. When the clock strikes the hour, she hears a faint sound that gradually intensifies until the phantom night train appears before her eyes. Yukiko boldly decides to board the train. The interior of the train is even more antiquated than she imagined, adorned with decorations reminiscent of another era. As the train sets in motion, an elderly gentleman appears beside Yukiko. Without much introduction, he begins to recount the truth behind the events 50 years ago. The gentleman is a survivor of those events and reveals that the train is, in fact, a gateway to another dimension, and many passengers went missing due to the unusual phenomena they witnessed. Determined to uncover the true purpose of this train, Yukiko resolves to delve deeper into its secrets. Her adventure transcends dimensions, gradually unveiling the mysteries of the past. Broken rails. As the train hurtles through unknown landscapes, Yukiko learns more from the elderly gentleman. According to him, the train occasionally takes a special route that connects to dimensions different from the real world. However, this route is highly unstable, and without precise navigation, passengers risk being unable to return to their original world. That night, passengers found themselves trapped in another dimension, wandering between dimensions. Guided by the elderly gentleman, Yukiko heads to the engine room. There, she finds a mysterious device that controls the train's interdimensional travel. Yukiko notices that a part of the device is malfunctioning. With the gentleman's assistance, she attempts to repair the device. If successful, they can regain their path to the original world. Reunion point. With the successful repair, the train slowly begins to return to its original route. During the journey, Yukiko temporarily reunites with the passengers who disappeared 50 years ago through the gaps between dimensions. They exist unaffected by time and engage in brief conversations with Yukiko. Grateful for Yukiko's actions, they learn that they are finally liberated. As the train returns to the real world, Yukiko holds the lessons learned from this experience and the messages from the missing passengers close to her heart. She closes the door to the other dimension, guiding the train safely back to the real world. This mystical journey not only resolves the unresolved events of the past but also brings new meaning to Yukiko's life. Yukiko's adventure reaches a new climax as she finally finds answers to the past disappearance case. End of the line. The train guided by Yukiko finally arrives at its original station. As she disembarks with the elderly gentleman, they are greeted by the local townspeople who had been waiting. Yukiko reports on the disappearance case from 50 years ago and explains in detail about the journey to another dimension and the liberation of the passengers. This story is extensively covered in the local newspaper, and Yukiko becomes a hero in town overnight. Through this experience, Yukiko deeply understands the weight of past events and the importance of resolving them. The elderly gentleman expresses his gratitude to her, relieved to be freed from the burden of many years. Yukiko realizes that her actions have brought hope to many people and prepares to move on to the next chapter with newfound confidence and purpose. Solved mysteries. After resolving the case, Yukiko returns to her life in town, which is now clearly different from before. She utilizes what she has learned in the past and becomes renowned as a historian of the town's history. Occasionally, she visits the abandoned station, reminiscing about the phantom train that bridged her past and future. Yukiko's story, along with the supernatural adventure she experienced, is passed down among the local people, becoming a legend. She teaches people about the possibility of journeys beyond time and dimensions and leaves behind the lesson that mysteries, no matter how much time passes, should always be resolved. Well, thank you for spending time with Ruby.